Good afternoon. Questions?
Can you talk about the emotions of the past 24 to 48 hours for yourself?
Obviously, we lost our head football coach, and I'm extremely close to him. So it was extremely emotional from that standpoint, not only myself, but the entire staff. And so he's such a good man that he's amazing. He coached me through, several things that would happen as far as like practice. Okay, hey, these are the practice schedules. If you can change them if you need to. These are the travel schedules. He walked me through some of the things that I needed to be walked through because this was totally unexpected. And in first class manner, as Ron Rivera is, he stayed and helped every minute of the day he could.
What conversations have you had with this coaching staff now, how you get these guys to respond for the final 4 games?
Well, our coaching staff is very professional in the sense that we have an objective to go down and win a football game in Atlanta. So obviously we've put a plan together. We're in our planning stages when it did occur, and so we just went about as business as usual.
David Tepper said that you're a general, you have the ability to command a room. What does that mean to hear that from him, and how much does it help you that you've been in this situation before, you've done this?
Well, it helps that I've done this before. So that's the biggest asset that I have been in this position before, and I have had this experience, and so I know where to go, what to do, and how to do it.
What do you think are the biggest challenges facing somebody who has to take over the head coaching duties on such short notice and play a game 3 days from now, 4 days from now?
Making sure that not only the staff but the players, that we're all rowing in the same direction. Because there's emotions that are involved, and you have to take the emotions out of it. You have to focus on the objective. And so just making sure that I can get the team to focus on the objective.
The fact that you grew up in, you were born in Cramerton, went to high school in Belmont from Gaston County, does this mean anything extra to you, or would it make no difference whether it was here or San Diego or Dallas?
Really makes no difference because, again, this is a business, and you're assigned the task of winning a football game on Sunday.
What would you say you learned from the experience in Buffalo that you'll apply with this opportunity you've got now here in Carolina?
Communication with offensive, defensive coordinators, training staff, equipment guys, just overall communication and touching every facet of the organization that you can possibly touch. Not only that aspect, but working with Marty, speaking with him much more frequently, speaking with David much more frequently than I'm accustomed to doing or have been doing. So just being available, making yourself available for the organization.
Does this feel overwhelming right now, Perry, or because you've done this before and you've been in this business as long as you have, is this something that you feel is a pretty seamless thing you can step into?
I think my prior experience helps that it does not overwhelm me. So that I'm relying on that prior experience. But I would say that it was totally unexpected.
We know the NFL is about opportunities. We always talk just getting your opportunity. If you could be selfish for 1 second here, what does this mean for you in this opportunity going forward for you?
Oh, it gives me an opportunity to prove it, and it gives our players an opportunity to prove it. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go out and prove that we can win a football game this Sunday, and then we will then move to the next objective. But the NFL is about opportunity. You don't want to get the opportunity this way, but I am granted that opportunity, and I've got to make the most of that while I have this chance.
Coach, what were the biggest differences for you out at practice, biggest adjustments as you had to address everyone instead of just focusing in on your DBs, make sure that everybody was doing what they're supposed to be doing?
I don't know. I had fun today. I can't say instead of talking to just the DBs, I got a chance to talk to the offensive line. I got a chance to talk with the kickers and the punters. And so I had fun today in that sense that I was able to communicate and hopefully impact more than just the area that I've been coaching. So I thought it just came very natural that, the things that I saw that we needed to work on, that I spoke about those things not only to the players but the coaches.
Were there any differences in how practice went, or was it the typical Panthers practice?
We changed it up just a little bit. We had a very spirited practice. We had a little competition between the offense and the defense for third down, for push-ups, and so we wanted to improve in that area. We did some things to get better as a football team. We had the first offense go against the first defense for the first 2 plays of each series as a scout team look in order to get better. And I thought the competition was good, and I thought the spirits on the field were good. So the defense did not win that third down period. The offense did, and so the defense had to do 11 push-ups today.
What are you looking for in Scott Turner that you didn't have in Norv, maybe?
I'm not going to say what we didn't have in Norv. Norv will still be there to assist and direct not only Scott but myself, because he has a ton of experience. Scott's a brilliant young mind, so he may call it just a little bit differently than Norv did. He has a lot of thoughts and ideas about how to use the different personnel. We will explore, and he will get his opportunity. I think this is a great opportunity for Scott because he has been trained under Norv Turner, and so Norv's been good for a number of years, and so Scott has his opportunity to shine in this light.
Barry, you interviewed here when Ron got the job. What was that experience like, and what's it like to sort of almost come full circle?
Yeah, that was the experience of interviewing with Marty back during the day. I've never forgotten it. I thought we had a really good line of communication. I know Marty made the right choice. During that time, I probably was too young to come back home and take on a task such as this. I think I've matured enough that I can handle a task such as this. And so with that experience and of being in New York and then being several other places, I think those experiences have helped me grow to become the person that's ready to lead this team at this point.
It sounds like the coaches were among the first to hear from Ron after it happened. Can you kind of characterize how he talked to you, what his demeanor was like, and what that interaction was like?
When he spoke to us, obviously we were all, emotional, and Ron was emotional also. He thanked us for what the coaches have done for him, and we really appreciate what he's done for us. He's led this organization for 9 years, and he's been a man of his word each and every year he's done that, and so I think it was just more of our gratitude to him more so than anything else for bringing us here, having the opportunity to work for him, and having the opportunity to serve under him.
If we can go back to what you said initially about Ron kind of helping you go through some things. When was that? How long did he spend with you, and how rare is that for someone in his position?
It's extremely rare. Again, emotions are at a premium when that occurs, and so it's easy for you to slam the door, pack up your things, and walk out, or just walk out. But he took care of Panther business, which he would do. He's a first-class guy. Again, addressed the staff, came and addressed me, to make sure that, hey, everything that we have set up, you can change, but this is where our travel schedules are. This is where this is. This is where this is. This is, he laid it all out. He probably spent anywhere from 45 minutes to maybe an hour, okay? And then I would go back in and say, hey, what about this, coach? Okay, I've got an idea about this. What do you think? So he was available, and he has been available if I needed him.
Are you wanting to be a full-time head coach? The players all talked about Ron not in terms of football, in terms of how he carried himself in the organization and off the field. What kind of role model can he be to you as somebody that wants to be a full-time head coach?
Oh, Ron brought family and brought a sense of family and brought culture to this organization. And what he did was his wife was available or around the players, and his daughter was available and around the players, and he taught each and every man in that room how to treat their wives and how to treat their daughters and how to be men. I can only aspire to do that, okay, and to lead men such as that and be that confident that you could bring your family into an organization where there's 53 to 61 men, running around and show the females respect and show the people in the organization the utmost respect and then carry a culture of winning. Am I different from that? Not a whole lot different from that. I would say that I probably I don't have my family here to interact, but Ron did that, and I think that's a wonderful thing. And the players, they appreciate that. They understand that.
Very question we probably normally ask Ron, but there's reports out there that Cam Newton is going to have surgery on his foot. Is that something that you can confirm?
I know he will have a procedure sometime next week. That's about as far as I can go with it.
You just mentioned how focusing right now will likely be one of the biggest challenges. I know that's easier to say. How do you go about doing that with the team this week with all that's going on?
Well, I told the team that we're in a prove-it business. We play at the highest level of competition, and we're evaluated every single day. And we're really evaluated on Sundays. And no one outside of our locker room really is concerned with our problems that we have losing our head coach. That's enough to focus because we're trying to prove that we have a job right now, and we have a job to do, and the players have a job to do. They're being evaluated. Okay, so we can't tuck our tails. We can't hide our faces. We got to go out and be men and stand up, and we got to go out and win a football game. That's focus enough. You're fighting for your job. You're fighting for the opportunity to play in the National Football League.
Do you happen to know who's performing Cam's surgery?
I have no further information than he's having a procedure.
Could you describe to us what you believe your coaching style to be and how that will be evidenced as a head coach Sunday?
Old school. I'm an old school football coach. I get after them. I yell at them. I kick them in the ass. Okay. But I'm also when they do well, I hug them and pat them and love them like I think you should. And but I don't mind telling them my feelings at the time or my expressions, my thoughts at the time. I bark at them. It's not out of malice. It's just out of love. But like I said, I'll go back and I'll pat them on the butt too.
Hey, Perry, when you now start to make this transition and kind of ease into it a little bit more through as the week continues, what people within the locker room, who will you lean on a little bit? Which players will you turn to kind of assume their leadership roles as well?
Yeah, well, we have a core group of leaders. Obviously, Luke is definitely one of those core groups of leaders. Mind you, we've lost several captains throughout the season. And so with that being said, with Cam not being here and Short not being here, and we've lost several captains, so I'll have to turn and look for some other leadership within the locker room. But when I say I'll turn and look to those leaders kind of stepped up today in the practice. I know who they identified themselves. I won't identify them for you right now because I'm looking for other people to step up and take the bull by the horns, okay, so that we can go out and accomplish this objective on Sunday.
Wrap up, guys. We got one or two more.
Schematically, can we expect to see any changes?
No, we're so far into who we are and our identity at this point in time. Schematically, we are who we are. You might see some new wrinkles here and there, but we are who we are.
Are you guys out of out of playoff contention for the most part? Will you stick with Kyle Allen at quarterback, or would you play Will Greer at all, or is that something you decided on?
We won't change right now. We'll stick with Kyle, and we'll try to win on Sunday with Kyle.
Harry,
Normally you change- Normally there's a change of coaches. A lot of times the coaches lost the locker room, but you could tell today the players were so favorable for Ron and supporting him. Does that make it a challenge for you at all, or how would that make it a challenge because of that closeness they had with him?
I don't think there's a challenge at all from that standpoint because I think we all love Ron. You know, I'm included in that. So I think, you know, we're playing for Coach Rivera in a sense, and we're playing for ourselves and the Panther organization and the Panther Nation. But we're really, we want to do this for Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.